How to get rid of dizziness when you first stand up. A lot of people experience dizziness or lightheadedness when they first try to stand up. This is especially true if they've been sitting for a while, or even if they've been lying down on a bed for a while. Maybe they've been asleep, and when they first get up and they come out of bed, if they do it too quickly, they might experience a moment of dizziness or lightheadedness. The problem with this is, a lot of times it can lead to a fall. Many people have told me that they've almost fallen because they got out of bed too fast, or because they were sitting for a while and then tried to stand up too fast. This problem is called orthostatic hypotension. And what it means is that your blood pressure drops right when you try to stand up. Really what this means is that not enough blood gets to your head, and that's why you feel dizzy for a moment. Now usually, after a few seconds of standing, the blood does come back to your head and you feel fine. But what you'd want to avoid is that period of time from when you first stand up. So in this video, I'm going to show you 3 exercises which are very effective at getting rid of this problem. Let me first explain more about what the problem is and why it happens. As we get older, we tend not to exercise as much. So if you're not as active, the muscles in your legs are going to get weaker. And what we found is that the tightness and how strong the muscles are, that actually helps get some of the blood up out of the legs. So if you've got really strong muscles, and even if you've been sitting for a while, you can stand up and your blood pressure doesn't drop. But if you're very weak because you just haven't been exercising, then when you try to stand up, those muscles aren't there to help bring the blood up to your head. The other problem is that the valves, the one-way valves in our veins, get old. Normally, when your heart beats, the blood goes down to your legs and then it comes back up through the veins back towards the heart. Inside the veins, there's little one-way valves. So as the blood comes up our legs, it doesn't go back down as the heart's beating because of these one-way valves. The problem is, as you get older, these valves can be leaky or they can just not work altogether. And that's why so many people, as they get older, they end up with edema or swelling of the leg. Now, exercise does 2 things. One is it makes the muscles in your legs stronger again, which is going to help prevent this problem. But the other thing is, if you've been sitting for a while, if you do these exercises, that helps get the blood moving again. And then when you try to stand up, the lightheadedness just isn't as severe. So there's 3 exercises that are very, very effective. The first one is called toe up, heel up. So in sitting, you just lift your toes off the ground, then you lift your heels off the ground. Now, if you want to make this harder, you can try to squeeze the muscles up when you lift your toes and squeeze your calves when you lift your heels. But really, just lifting them off the ground is all it takes. You want to do this about 5 to 10 times. The next exercise is kicking. You want to just try to extend one leg all the way, lifting your foot off the ground, then extend the other leg all the way. And then you go back, kicking each leg. Again, you want to do 5 to 10 reps on each leg. And then the last exercise is called marching. And basically, you're just going to march in place while you're sitting. So you're going to lift your foot clear off the ground, lifting your thigh with it, and then go to the other leg, and you just keep going back and forth. There's 2 ways to do these exercises. One way is to do them just before you stand up. And if you're going to do it that way, I recommend doing all 3 exercises and doing 5 to 10 reps of each one. If you have this problem pretty regularly, if you notice this almost every time you stand up, try these exercises and see if it helps. For most people I've worked with, it really does stop the problem. But if you want to do these exercises on a daily basis to make your legs stronger so the problem can go away, I recommend doing 3 sets of 10 to 20 reps. Depending on how strong you are, if you can do 20 reps of each one of these, then try to do 3 sets of 20 reps. That means doing each exercise 20 times, resting for a minute, and then repeating that. I hope these exercises are helpful. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe to my channel.